Hello guys, welcome to Healthy Living with Vincent, Healing by Design. Today I'm going to be talking on a subject I have titled Promoting Cellular Health. Now, a lot of us are getting sick for nothing because we lack understanding of how our body works. And so I've devoted my time to help somebody out there to understand what real health is. Health is not necessarily the presence or the absence of a symptom. Health is a state of health. So being a state means that you could have a symptom, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are unhealthy. And so to really be healthy, we must understand how our body works so that we can align ourselves to it and promote health. One of the easiest ways of promoting health is by promoting cellular health. Cellular health means to feed the body at the cell level, to cleanse the body at the cell level, and to protect your cells from damage. And so today I'm just going to start a long series, and I'll be taking each one of these subjects or topics, meaning I'll be taking feeding your cells, cleansing your cells, and protecting your cells. So I'm going to give you an overview of the first part, which is feeding yourself, and then we will dive into specific ways in which your cells gets fed. Eating, when we eat food, a lot of us eat food for satisfaction, when we are hungry, or perhaps when we are craving, we eat, or to satisfy an old-time pleasure. Basically, we eat for various reasons, which is fantastic. But God made our body, or the design of our body is in such a way that when we eat, we are designed to eat for fuel, so that the body can use it to produce energy. Understanding how this process comes about is very, very important in being able to promote cellular health and to promote overall health. Thank God that when we eat, God has put some pleasure in the food so that even after giving us energy, we still get satisfaction, which is fantastic, which is very, very good. To be able to derive nutrients from the food we eat, the food goes through the process of digestion. Now, this is a very complex process. A lot of times when we eat, we don't even know what the body is doing with the food that we've given it. The body takes the food, and right from the time you put it in your mouth until the time the remnants come out, the food goes through digestion. And digestion is in three phases, or not in three phases, but the foods that we digest are of three types. We've got the carbohydrates, we've got the proteins, and we've got the fats. When we put these foods in our mouth, we call them macronutrients. That means they are in their bigger form, and the body would have to break them down into smaller components to be able to get to our cells. So when you eat carbohydrates will be broken down by enzymes until such a point that it gets to what we call glucose. When we take proteins will be broken down through digestion by enzymes until you get amino acids. When we take fats will be broken down by enzymes until you get what we call fatty acids. Now, these molecules are not still good enough at this stage to be used as a source of energy or as fuel or as food for the cells. So what will happen is that the body will further break down these glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids into smaller molecules again. Now, the breakdown will happen through different pathways until such a time that a substance called pyruvate is derived. So your carbohydrates will go through what we call glucuronidation. It's a conjugation pathway. Your proteins or your amino acids will go through another pathway called transamination. Your fatty acids will go through a process called beta oxidation. Now, they will all arrive at one point called pyruvate or pyruvic acid. The pyruvic acid then gets to the cells, but then still nothing can happen with it until one component, a missing component, comes into the system. Now, this missing component is oxygen. So even though we have a lot of oxygen around us, the oxygen has to get to the point where it gets activated in your body. Now, what is activation? Activation means that even though you breathe in the air and the oxygen, if you are not exercising, if you are not moving the body, the oxygens cannot be utilized. Movement activates the oxygen so that the oxygen then combines with the pyruvate to produce energy that can be used for various functions in your body. So, for people who do not exercise, at this point, even though they've produced the pyruvate, the pyruvic acid or the pyruvate can be converted to what we call lactic acid if you do not have enough activated oxygen to help convert the pyruvate into what we call acetyl-CoA, which then becomes what we call ATP energy. So your body then spits out ATP, which is the energy that the cell needs and the various organs need to perform their functions without you knowing what's even going on in your body. And so, what am I saying in this overview? All I'm trying to say here is that there is a need to feed our body. Don't underestimate the need to feed the body at the cellular level. I will be diving into the various kinds of foods, which means proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. But generally speaking, if you eat the wrong foods, then obviously you will not get the right kinds of pyruvate to be fed into your cells to produce the energy that you need. If you are not exercising, you don't activate oxygen to be able to convert your pyruvate into acetyl-CoA into ATP, which is the energy. I'm not going to go into the process in depth, but I'm just giving you an idea today. And so when you are in pains, it is possible that you are not actually moving enough, and so you don't have enough oxygen activated to convert pyruvate into the energy that you need. And so pyruvate would then be converted to lactic acid, which causes sore muscles. You see, sometimes when you've exercised a lot, you feel pains or sore muscles. It's lactic acid. And a lot of people will go and buy painkillers for bodily pains. So people will swallow things like aspirin, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and you keep swallowing these tablets over and over without addressing the fundamental issue. The fundamental issue is to move so that oxygen is activated in your body to help release energy the right way. There is a design for this process, and this process is in your body, but because you're not aware of what's going on, you kind of neglect the need to eat properly to be able to generate the energy that you need for the various organs in your body. Hippocrates said, if you can treat a patient with food, then leave your medicines in the chemist's pot. The father of medicine said this: food is medicine. Anytime you eat, you are actually taking the ultimate form of medicine. It is the first medicine ever known to mankind. There is therefore a need to eat the right kinds of food. We are designed to eat high octane plant foods. Plants get their nutrition from the soil. They absorb minerals from the soil. They take sunlight. They produce vitamins in the leaves through photosynthesis and other processes. We eat it, and we derive the various nutrients that are used in these complex processes to derive the energy that we need. Every system in our body is working through energy. Energy is needed. You are a packet of energy. You will not be alive if you don't have energy. The moment your energy level falls very low, you get sick. You must have a certain amount of energy to allow your heart to function, for your liver to function, for your kidneys to function, for the various filters in your body to work, the various hormones, your nervous system that coordinates all the actions, your vascular system that delivers the nutrients to the various places where they are needed. In fact, your nervous system is so important when we talk about feeding the cells, because the nervous system has to recognize a need somewhere in your body and then activate the vascular system, which is the blood vessels and the heart, to pump blood and carry the nutrients to where it is needed to be used. Now, if you do not have enough energy to power this nervous system, your distribution of nutrients can be affected. And that means that sickness can start, because areas that need energy aren't getting nutrients that is needed to convert the nutrition. They're not getting the nutrients to be converted for energy for use in repairing those cells and those tissues. So generally, we would eat proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Proteins will be used for cellular repair, to maintain cell structure, to heal the body, to repair. Fats will generally be used as cell membranes, which is the covering of the cells, and to lubricate and to insulate cells. Carbohydrates generally are used for cellular metabolism. They are used to produce energy, just like fats are also used to produce energy for you. And so this, like I said, is going to be a long series. This is the introduction, you can call it, or the foundation that says that we need to feed our body at the cellular level. To promote cellular health, we need to, once again, feed the body. We will need to cleanse the cells, or feed the cells, cleanse the cells, and protect the cells. I will take each one of them in various videos, but this first video is to introduce you to the fact that you could be sick if your cells aren't receiving the nutrition they need. You eat 10 pounds worth of food, and it is possible for you to get 10 cents or 10 pence worth of nutrition from it, if the processes aren't working right to release the energy. I will stop here on this introductory video, and I'll come back again in another video taking you through the various foods and how they are utilized in the body to produce energy and to help the cells to heal. Your body is designed to heal. Healing is already inside your body. If you want to enter into the covenant of healing and health with God, you need to first and foremost understand how the body is designed to work. Healing is already a promise of God in your life. You've already got healing. The only problem is you do not understand how to obtain it. And so you are being deceived into various kinds of practices and systems and ideas that is making you more sick, when simply you can go back to basics and understand how to feed the body at the cellular level, understand how to cleanse the body at the cellular level, and how to protect the cells. This is what I call primary health care. Every other thing is secondary to this particular process. Feed, cleanse, and protect is primary to your health. Any other technique or strategy or ideas to promote health will then be classified as secondary. But unfortunately today, they call this primary one alternative, which is absolutely wrong. Don't buy the idea that this idea of feeding your cells and protecting and cleansing them to be alternative. It is primary. Anything else should then be secondary to your life. Don't be ignorant. Don't get sick for nothing. Your life is worth more. Don't let sickness and disease stop you. Yeah, some people say, is there a need to supplement? Some people ask me, do I have to take supplementation? Well, my answer is that you are designed to eat for energy, to get nutrition for energy. And sometimes the foods that we are eating, they are void of nutrients. The process that the food goes through these days, it might mean that you might need to supplement. It's like fertilizing a garden. You know, if you put two fields side by side and one is fertilized and the other is not fertilized, you could easily tell the difference. Supplementing your body with natural, now mark my words, natural nutrients or natural supplementation is the way forward, not synthetic vitamins and minerals. So there may be a need to supplement what you are eating so that you can get the advanced or the optimal amount of nutrients. When I say nutrients, I mean minerals, vitamins, trace elements, enzymes, phytonutrients. All these things your body needs. Some of them, it needs them as cofactors and coenzymes to help in all those processes I've just explained, so that energy is abundant in your system. I will stop here until I come your way again in my next video, when we will be diving into each of these food types and understanding what happens specifically to each of them. I wish you a very happy Sunday, and I hope that you will subscribe to my videos so you can learn how to take care of the body God has given you. Responsibility and consistency and discipline is what pays off. Praying and begging for God to heal you is good, but it is not the only thing you need. You need knowledge and understanding to be able to obtain the health God has given you, or the body God has given you. To keep it healthy, you need knowledge. I will end here, and I would ask you to share my videos with your friends and family so that they can also help themselves and get to know how to maintain health. I'll see you in my next video. You keep safe and keep healthy. Until we meet again, I say bye and shalom. Bye-bye.